While you're engaged in small talk, you get a chance to take measure of the Liege. His expression aloof and focused, his gesture curt and firm, and his speech calm and quiet, as though he's used to people always listening to what he says. Judging by his observant gaze, he's been studying you in turn the whole time. He straightens in his chair and says in a polite, completely indifferent tone, "Let's talk business. On behalf of the elite of Footfall Station, I offer you my condolences, Lady von Valancius. We mourn Lady Theodora's loss and hope the sentiment is taken as a sign of good intentions and willingness to cooperate." Thank you. It's a terrible loss for all of us. I hope that under your guidance, the dynasty can recover from this blow and attain an even greater power. I'm impressed by your prudence. Your decision to arrive on Footfall incognito without announcing either the death of the previous rogue trader or your own status. It was quite wise. Rumors will spread sooner or later. It's impossible to keep secret something that's known to thousands of people serving on a void ship, but for now, you're free to reap the benefits of anonymity. As you may have noticed, Footfall is currently in a state of crisis. Its people would benefit from the patronage of a figure such as yourself. Who is the woman the wardens threw out? His expression hardens and he makes a frustrated gesture. A dead woman walking. Some, however, still call her Jai Hidari, a small-time hustler with big ambitions that'll lead to her to a sticky end. It's strange a small-time hustler, even particularly audacious one, wouldn't likely quarrel in public with a figure as important as the Liege. What seems stranger still is that the Liege knows this small fry by name. She's irrelevant, and since I'm the one in control of the station of Footfall, I could speak on behalf of all of its noteworthy residents. I don't know, that definitely says to me that he doesn't still think that, like, he knows he's in charge, but he doesn't, if that makes sense. Like, he knows he should be, but he knows that he actually isn't, and he's trying to make you think that he actually is. So, what's the situation in the region? Troubling. Xenos raids are growing more frequent, trade is suffering, and fringe worlds are going under. Rumors of atrocities being committed by the enemies of humanity are causing excessive panic due to their exotic nature. The core of the Imperium forces in the Koronus Expanse has departed for the sector's borders to combat the Xenos threat. There has been no word from them for a while now. Then again, with the distance and current issues with the astropaths, that's not entirely out of the ordinary. Still, we're not alone. From several of the worlds hit by Xenos attacks, we've received reports of fierce warriors who descended from the sky and entered the fray. Fragmentary accounts lead me to believe that the blessed Adeptus Astartes are operating in the Koronus Expanse, and I await news of their victories with great anticipation. Have there been any Xenos attacks on Footfall? Angels, the Emperor... Oh, okay. No, there haven't. Attacking Footfall in general is not a particularly reasonable thing to do. Many ships are docked here at any given time, and even the listed weapons on board them would make for a decent fighting force. And that's not even to mention the firepower our esteemed merchants have shamefully hidden from the station's customs officials. For us here, Xenos are more of a source of income than a threat. He freezes, gauging your reaction. Oh, okay, so these have kind of changed, I feel like. I don't approve of fear of Xenotech. One must know and understand the enemy. I actually really like that. I am convinced that your connection with Footfall will allow you to broaden your knowledge and understanding of the Xenos considerably. I will still see to it that your curiosity is satisfied in every way. Oh, interesting. I was attacked right here at the dock. An outrageous stunt, a show of disrespect for both you and me. Sadly, such incidents on Footfall are akin to natural disasters, impossible to predict or preempt, and they simply happen. Many consider Footfall to be a pirate den, but believe me when I say that there is a difference between organized crime and gangs of thugs who have nothing to lose. You were attacked by the latter. The Anvers are gangs of punks who spit on our customs and hierarchy. Even their leader is more akin to an ideologue, a rabble-rouser who calls for people's heads, not a commander. Sooner or later we'll find him, have him strung up, and that'll cool his followers' enthusiasm. Behind the carefully built facade of composure, you sense anger. It appears that this man is not used to losing control, but that is exactly what is happening. I'm sorry for the loss of your assistant, by the way. Oh wait, I can tell they've been a real pain for you. Bet you love to gut those jokers, wouldn't you? Come on, admit it. You oh, Tess is crazy enough for this. A shark-like smile appears on his face, bloody and vicious. Back where I grew up, they call it throwing someone for a loop. They carve a particular sign on a person's forehead, load them alive into the slag disposal chute, send them out to orbit the station. Every 30 years we clean the orbit, count how many stiffs bearing which signs have been floating around. You have no idea how much I want to throw those little thugs for a loop like the good old days. What sort of patronage do you seek from me? Protection. Not military, but a different kind of security. You have, of course, already encountered difficulties with the warp navigation on your way here. I'm afraid the scope of these difficulties extends far beyond this area. Reports of disrupted routes and ships vanishing during short jumps are coming in from across the entire sector. Communication with the Calyx sector has been extremely unstable. Of the ships that had dived into the Maw in recent years, none have yet returned. The last ship that came through the Maw from the other side was struck by a temporal anomaly. The jump took almost 2 decades in real space-time. You've heard of periods of warp instability, including cases where the Maw will become completely inaccessible for navigation for years on end, thus temporarily cutting off the Koronus Expanse from the Imperium. Even so, his words are particularly alarming. It seems that something has had a profound effect on the Maw. And this brings us to our main issue. Footfall is a repair shipyard and a trading post. We barely produce anything ourselves and are largely dependent on incoming shipments, especially food shipments. This station naturally has some reserves, but the supply issue didn't start yesterday. Footfall will be obliged to House von Valencius would assist us by signing a contract. Yeah, we've already... I love when we already, like, pre-succeed stuff. I can't be the only one you've asked for help. Naturally. I've tried contacting the other rogue traders. The terms of House Corda would have bled Footfall dry, and as for the esteemed Caligos Winterscale, instead of food shipments from him, I received a transport of Navica. Packed with refugees, I had to send them off to Foulstone. So many extra mouths to feed would have only worsened the crisis further. I suppose all these warp fluctuations must have created more pressing concerns for Lord Winterscale. So I put my faith in you, the third and last of Footfall's allies. Footfall's cut off from shipments, the local gangs are running wild, and local hustlers are throwing tantrums in your residence. Like, is she gonna call... I feel like she... Would Tess call this out like this? Like, she's brazen. She is... And I mean, she's the rogue trader. She kinda sorta can do whatever she wants, and it's fine. I feel like we haven't done this one before, and we've done this twice now. At least on YouTube. So, let's try it. He listens with a stony expression. You're very perceptive. I know I am. Well, now you know what you're buying. The situation is difficult, but should you decide to offer your support, you'll forget about the existence of trading hubs other than Footfall, because you won't have a more loyal friends anywhere else. What are the terms? It's simple. Delivery food shipments from your fertile world, Janice, I imagine. I'm quite familiar with that jewel of the Von Valencius Protectorate. In exchange for fair payment. Get on your knees and ask properly. Payment will be unfair as I'll be robbing you blind, but you will remain in charge. I'll help Footfall, but not out of a desire for profit. No. The payment will be unfair as I'll be robbing you blind, but you will remain in charge. Let's go with very well. I'll help you with food shipments. Like, I don't want to rob him blind, but I don't... We tried the Iconoclast route last time. I wasn't a big... Like, it was good, but it wasn't... you know? Let's, yeah, I'll help you. Let's just, let's call it... I can't see her doing that. He takes a quick sip from his glass. I'm immensely obliged, your ladyship. I assume you're going to need time to get the shipments up and running. I can wait. On my end, I promise you complete cooperation with your endeavors. Why haven't the Embers gang been dealt with? He grits his teeth slightly before answering. I've been using all my resources to delay the moment when the station is hit by the famine. I haven't gotten around to the Embers yet. As detrimental as they are, they're no players. When their leader dies, the rest will scatter. And I won't take up any more of your time. Sorry. This is where we are now. That was actually a really good conversation. I do like it that, like, you had that conversation by yourself. I kind of wish there had been an option to keep...
Follow my lead.
Like, Adira with you or Abelard with you, just for, like, I mean, I guess at the same time, though, Tess shouldn't need anybody helping her at this point. But more like for not guidance, but you know what I mean. Like, what is that? It's just, okay. You know, so that way Adira could be like, well, he's lying or he's not lying kind of thing. Lord Captain, I'm pleased to report the inspections have been completed and all identified system failures have been resolved. The void ship is ready to depart Footfall. Crew is waiting for your further instructions, and there's a number of issues that need to be addressed. Okay. So I assume, because last time I feel like I did a whole bunch of stuff on Footfall, and then that was that. I didn't come back when I kind of played it on stream and by myself. I'm kind of curious to see what happens if you like go to Footfall, leave, and then come back and do a few things. Like, is that okay? Is it not? And I kind of would like to see how that plays out. But first, a well-groomed young man calls out to you. He's clean-shaven and dressed in clothes that are expensive but unshowy, with a bright aquila embroidered in a prominent spot. Noble lady, a minute of your time, if you please. I am Bastion in Dorama Bastel Corda, youngest cousin of House Corda and envoy of Incendia Bastel. Oh my goodness. Rogue trader of the Koronus Expanse by the grace of the Most Holy Emperor, and you must be the envoy of Theodora von Valancius. I noticed you arrived on the esteemed lady's ship. They're one of the most influential rogue traders in the Koronus Expanse, but not on Footfall. This station is under control of House Winterscale. Something tells me that we're about to hear a most curious offer. No, let's keep going on this. I love it that it's under his breath. So yeah, quite right. I'm part of the envoy. Splendid! It's a pleasure to be speaking with an equal. Truth be told, I get a little flustered in the presence of powers that be. What did you wish to speak to me about? A matter of utmost delicacy. You see, you've been to the residence of Liege. Vladimir almost certainly appealed to you. Oh, of the Liege. He almost certainly appealed to you for assistance in the arrangement of shipments to Footfall. The Von Valancius Protectorate is famed for the abundance of its main agri-world, Janus. It'd be odd for him not to see such an opportunity when Footfall is on the verge of famine. However, the Corda dynasty pursues its own interests on Footfall. We've already announced our terms to the Liege, but he is stalling, I imagine, in hopes of getting a better offer from you. The dynasty believes, he smiles and gives a slight shrug, cooperation would be preferable for both rogue trader houses. If you refuse him, thereby forcing him to agree to a deal with us, the dynasty can promise you a share of the profits from future contracts, as well as certain other prerequisites. Everybody benefits. The Emperor's most loyal servants should be more concerned with carrying his will to the stars and less with divvying up profits among themselves, Argentus says disapprovingly, but quietly enough as to not interrupt the negotiations, especially when the well-being of one of the Imperium's worlds is at stake, even one such as Footfall. Behind your smile, Master Bastion, teal shadows swirl. Others may not see them, but your worry cannot escape my eye. What are you afraid of? Your house's wrath should these negotiations prove fruitless, or the wrath of House von Valancius? Adira, who was yawning in boredom a moment ago, flinches, clutches her face, her fingernails digging into her skin. They're coming! Again! Brothers are the ones who came before. I just don't get it. Do they all have a death wish? You seek to rob the station blind, facing Vehement. Draw your weapon. I appreciate the warning, Adira. What? He stares at you in surprise and then turns around. Yep. You'll get help. Yeah. Good luck with that. Who's repenting? Not Tess. I might put Argent here. Let's get Abelard out front. Pascal out front. Yeah, let's do that. And Cassia here. Okay. Let's do
if I
buff.
May.
Buff. Also, what do we got here? Front line. A grain marks an area of a 4x4 on the battlefield. Front line. All allies in the front gain. So, do you have to stay in that? Yes. Okay. This is backline. Which I assume 11% cover dodge. Yes. And then this. Wait, no. Yeah.
Do not dare ask.
Oh, no. So I would have to move that again next turn. Okay. Okay. So this is something like I'm still getting used to all this.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered
So
around.
I probably should have put the back ranks one in.
Not my specialty.
What do you mean no line of sight?
Nothing I can't do. You didn't stand a chance.
No, they didn't. Oh, also, can you just get to some cover?
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Are they? Twice dead Lanny coming through.
Ugh, just a minor setback.
Oh, wow. Nicely done. This?
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Yes, they will. So what is this now? Wildfire.
Faith without deeds
Okay.
is worthless.
No.
I'll do it.
Yes. So on this turn, will grant a stack of versatility is the same as the last attack. Cost this ability is reduced. Okay.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Perfect. Okay. Let's stack you.
Was that you?
No.
Or-
I mean, maybe. What is this? Hot on the trail. Bounty hunter designates an enemy. Enemies and okay.
Anything else?
Yeah. One more thing. No. Okay. Let's bring you in.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
I know. So what is this now? And a 3-cell radius around them. Okay. Okay. We'll see if I did this right. You guys really coming in for Argenta? Guys, you guys have a death wish. Sorry, this piercing shot. Next attack during this turn will have 100% over penetration. Yes. Right? Did I do it? Yeah, okay, I did it. So I'm gonna move you
My
here.
tactics are flawless.
100% over penetration.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
All
Let's see.
too easy. Nothing of value has been lost.
Did you just take them out in one singular hit? Oh my goodness.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
Oh no. Yeah.
The Omnissiah knows all,
Comprehends all.
significant value.
All right, thugs. This fight is actually not going too poorly. Did he get stunned? Yep. Okay. All right. Oh, more people coming to help? I mean, we really don't need it. But sure. Let's do this.
I am a navigator.
Right, did I
not
just
a
do
servitor.
front line? Okay. Because that'll be good for him. This?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
I do. Immensely so.
Suits my purposes.
Thanks. Okay, and now... You can't reach. Oh, you
Isn't
can?
this a job for the serfs?
Girl, You keep asking, and I keep telling you that. While it probably
Me?
is, that doesn't matter.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Thank you. Wait, did I not kill Twice Dead Lanny before? I thought that that's who I... Oh my goodness. That's who I thought I killed. Whoops. Okay.
Doubt is for the weak.
So it says, now, will cost 0 AP, will not count towards the attack limit, will grant a stack of versatility.
Power resides in the will of the righteous.
So I have a question. Does
Faith without deeds is worthless.
she have nothing?
That is not the Emperor's will.
Oh no.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
I realized what I had. That was me goofing.
You eradicated.
But we can still recover.
I'll do it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we can 100% still recover from
As
that.
the Emperor commands, none can escape the
Oh my
Emperor's
goodness.
judgment.
Oh,
Doubt is
what
for the
is
weak.
this? Kill
Blood
this
is a prayer.
wildfire. Is this what? No. But she just, the ability, okay. No, it's not. It's just Argenta being badass. Mm-hmm. Feels, okay, so we've also got 8 stacks of fired up and 8 stacks of versatility. Okay. Not gonna say no. What do I got?
What is this foreboding?
I mean, where is Twice Dead? There. Can you make that?
But
Can
of
you hit
course.
that? Can I ask you an important question? You
Anything
can.
else?
Yep. Thank you.
High momentum.
Yes.
Victory is imminent. It will be done. I took care of this one.
Okay. Now, breakthrough.
Indeed.
Okay. Now this, right? Yes. Can I do slash one more time? No. Give me a play. Okay, per round does not provoke. Okay, perfect. I could.
Forth on Valencius.
Actually, let's do that. So he
It
can
will be
move.
done.
Now, what is this again? We'll do this.
At your beck and call. An exemplary strike.
It was an exemplary strike. Okay, Dira. Is it really your turn already? Didn't you just go? Am I making things up? Oh, thank you. Okay. Tess. Can you? This. It is your turn, right? Yeah, I'm just making sure.
Not a problem for me.
Now, what do I got? This?
Nothing I can't do.
All right, girl. Listen to me.
All too easy.
Okay, that wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. Okay, Pascal is stunned. Good dodge. Okay. Let's bring you here.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Nope, not gonna cross
I am
it.
a navigator, not a servitor.
Tess.
Nothing I can't do.
You killed the statue. So, there's that. No. Wow.
Curse you, miscreant.
Argenta.
Guided by faith.
Mm.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay. Now this.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Mm. One more?
I'll do it.
Ooh. Okay. Argenta is done. Adira.
who discern the future on the battlefield.
Stack.
Will do.
And then just finish them.
Farewell.
Thank you. Abelard. Like they're dead, basically. Thank you. That was fun. We did it! Yay! Like, okay, so we got the Anvers notice, a whole bunch of stuff to keep. Quest updated, rot. Okay. All right. Good. Just another day in Footfall then. So many chests. We are going to be back, but I do want to see what happens if you head back to your ship and then come back. So that's what we're gonna do. And then we'll come back and we will walk around. Because I imagine it's okay to do all of that, but I haven't done it before. And then we'll pick up Hidari. We got all the stuff to do for Argenta, which I think I know where that is, which would be great. And then we also, I feel like, oh, well, Hidari has a quest for us that we're going to do. And then there's still a little bit of exploring that I want to do. So not too bad. Okay. So I did also just do a great big save, just to have it in case anything gets fudged. we'll know. Is this where my ship is? There he is. Familiar figure turns to you. Heinrich Van Calix, interrogator of the Ordo Xenos, bows his head respectfully. Lord Captain. Honored interrogator, what a surprise. Did you perchance leave something in your cabin? Not at all. First officer was Sarian. I'm not in the habit of leaving a trail, but I thank you for your concern. I am pleased to see you again. Greetings. To what do I owe the pleasure of this latest? Give him a dazzling smile. I knew you couldn't resist my charms. Adira stares at you in bewilderment, then at Heinrich, and then bites her lip and snickers gleefully. She knows! Oh my gosh, she does. She does. She 100% knows. He momentarily closes his eyes, as if your first remark has thrown him off and made him forget the speech he prepared. Rogue traitor. I was able to contact my mentor and report the tragic events that had transpired on Rakad Minoris. I also received some information from my agents regarding the movements and actions of the enemies of humanity, including the Xenos that we're assuming were involved in the theft of the star. According to their findings, the threat now hangs over other worlds, this time yours, Lord Captain. He clears his throat and begins to point in a pointedly official tone. By the order of Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar, whose duty is to stand sentinel over the Koronus Expanse, the rogue trader of House von Valencius, is to take on board the agent of the Most Holy Inquisition and provide escort and support in deeds great and small that serve to safeguard the territories of the Imperium against its enemies. This decree is effective immediately upon announcement and remains in effect until decided otherwise by His Excellency. Adira whispers and is barely audible. All I got from that is that ridding ourselves of this snitch won't be easy. She's not wrong. It's going to be impossible to get rid of him, but I think Tess is okay with that. Would you mind translating the torrent of verbiage you just unleashed upon me? Can't really say no. What exactly caused this need? No, lower your voice. I'm ever so glad to have you back. Yes. Yes. Thank you. He gives you a ghost of a smile before his face takes on the usual expression. If duty has brought you aboard the rogue trader ship once more, then such is the Emperor's will. Welcome back. Thank you, sister. It is an honor to be traveling with one of the blessed Adepta Sororitas. Master Van Calix! Cassia's voice is brimming with genuine joy, which she immediately hides behind a facade of high-born primness. Since you are with us once more, I do hope you'll find the time to finish our conversation about the literary works of Kron Haller the Blessed. I will make every effort, Lady Orselio. I must also deliver this to you. He pulls out a sealed letter. The Lord Inquisitor specified that the contents of this envelope are for your eyes only, and ask you to read it as soon as you have the time. That is everything for the time being. Are you headed to the ship, or do you still have business? Whatever the case, I can either wait for you on board or accompany you as part of your retinue. We'll leave him for now, because we are actually just we're gonna hop in.
Victory awaits.
So, and see what happens. Like, I'm curious now if I then go back to Footfall, if everything is still as I left it, or people are angry at me. I don't know who would be. Because, I mean, this is all of Chapter 2, I assume, like Footfall, and then the other planets within this area. But we shall see. Now, I'm not sure, because I've only done this next part once, and that was on stream, so I'm not sure. Yes, okay, if it was an auto-forced interaction like this or not.